This is a podcast for proven lead generation technology and marketing solutions. This is Taking Back Your Leads. Hey y'all, Robbie Gallo, leadPops. This is the official Taking Back Your Leads podcast room. And I already introduced myself, and I actually want my man to introduce himself. So go for it.
Yeah, this is Christian. I'm the VP of Sales here at leadPops. Glad to be here.
We're just going down the line. So yeah, like Christian said, we got Christian Steverson, our VP of Sales. And we're going to be going over the topic today, a couple topics, but how to best leverage your website, online reviews for increased traffic and conversions. We're also going to talk a little bit about DMAs. And I got some few questions that I'm going to run through with you, if that's cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, cool, man. Some common misconceptions that people might have in general, but I guess specifically in our industry are websites frivolous? Are they outdated? Are they needed?
Yeah, that's a very, very big mishap that comes with our verticals that we work with. It's that websites are there just to be there. And before, I can see where maybe that made sense. I was belly to belly. I was making relationships. Now, everyone looks online first. They want to see that you're credible. They have to make sure that you are legitimate. So having a website is crucial. You need a main hub that people can validate you are who you say you are. You know, there's one respect to say, hey, I've been in the industry for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That's great. But if I'm a referral or if I don't know you, the first thing I'm going to do, same thing you do if someone tells you to go check this out, you're going to go search online for it. So if you don't have a website there that shows more about you, what you can do for me, your experience, I may go with the competitor that actually has those items.
Gotcha. So when you say credible, can you kind of walk me through that? What does that look like when someone goes to a website? What are they looking for?
Yeah, so that's a big thing is think about it in your everyday life. You're going to go, let's say even Amazon. You want to go and shop and you find an item you like. What you're going to probably pull up is, let me see the reviews. Let me see more about the product I may be working in. So in this respect, it may be, hey, I'm looking to see, have you worked with someone in my situation before? Do you know the area very, very well? Mm-hmm. You know, is there more than just an application? You know, I want to get to know you. If you're going to, this might be the biggest decision of my life. Right. I need to make sure I'm comfortable and confident in who I'm working with. So as a consumer, they're oftentimes looking for that aspect in a website.
Yeah, that's an interesting comparison too, because yeah, sure, if you go to, you know, you're looking for something at Best Buy or whatever, even a piece of furniture, but now we're talking about a loan towards a home, which is something that you're going to be living in usually. Or it's just a big investment in general. So yeah, having that credibility is going to be clutch.
It's the biggest decision of your life. Yeah. You know, are you going to just trust the word that, hey, you know, a referral told you? No, you're going to go and validate and make sure. At least personally, you know, I feel that's the steps you should take before investing, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the benefit of having a website in our industry and specifically with leadPops?
Yeah, so I think the biggest advantage you have in a website, it's one thing if you're going to use it as a glorified 1003, right? Okay. So, hey, I'm a referral. I'm ready to move forward. I've maybe spoken with you before. I just need to go ahead and move forward.
And for people that don't know what maybe a 1003 is, what is that?
Yeah, so a 1003 is an online application. Okay. I'm ready. I've made the decision already. I said, I'm ready to purchase a home. I just want to take the next steps. Mm-hmm. What is needed from my end to get to that next phase? Right. That is a 1003 application online, right? Yep. Usually, a consumer's not ready to get there until they've had a conversation with you. Gotcha. And so going back to the initial topic, the common misconception on websites is that you'll find that people just put a 1003 on their website.
So you go to a website and that's it? There's the application, like they're ready to go?
That's it. That's it. We call it the apply or die method. Gotcha. And just it's a little aggressive and leads, you know, just in general. Hey, a consumer, you're going to be a bit apprehensive if you go to a website and it's asking you to create an account, create a password, maybe provide a social. I have not said one word to you yet. Yeah. I'm nervous. Right. So where we aim to bridge the gap in leadPops more than anything is, hey, yes, we're of course going to have the application on the website. That's the main goal. Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, we're going to let the lead know, hey, if you're not ready to provide that sensitive information, that's okay. Yeah. You can get started, start to get a personal needs assessment. You can learn a little bit more about me. I can learn more about your particular situation. So what we do on our website is we add in what we call long-form lead capture. our leadPops funnels, if you will.
Yeah.
That encourages the lead to go ahead, go down the process, give a little bit more insight into their particular situation, submit their information, and then obviously for the loan officer, what you do best is get on the phone and make sure you're going to show, hey, I'm going to take care of you every step of the way from A to Z, make them feel comfortable.
Right.
And at that point, we find that consumers are just much more willing to go, well, yeah, I have no problem giving you my information if I went through this process to give you my personal situation.
Right.
I'm comfortable. You have great reviews. Your website looks dialed in. I maybe have seen you work with someone like me in the past. Sure, I'll provide that information. So I would say where our win is we don't want to just get in front of a consumer. And think about it this way. If you were to go in office, would you just slide an application and stare at me? Probably not.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
You're probably going to say, hey, welcome in, Christian. Great to meet you. I'd like to learn a little bit more about your particular needs. I'm going to show you what I've done before and how I'm going to best help you out. I'm going to start to trust you and say, hey, I may have no problem moving forward with this, but I do want to have that initial contact. Mm-hmm. That's our bread and butter here.
Yeah. And so what you're talking about, though, is B2C. So that's the business to the consumer, the loan officer to the hopefully their client.
Right.
And then now what we focus on is business to business, right? The B2B stuff. So what we provide are these lead funnels, right? We help them design these websites. We do DMAs. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we are very big in reference to B2B in digital marketing assessments. That's what a DMA is.
Gotcha.
And so what our value really is here is it's one thing to be found. It's another to really know your business inside and out. So with every one of our clients, what we do is we do a full assessment. We look at them from 5,000 feet. We found that in this industry, you're just so busy. You may not have time to see how you look online.
Yeah.
So we do a mystery shop effectively.
Okay.
If I'm a consumer, if I'm a referral, I search for you online. What do I see? And based on that, we will kind of bucket you and give you recommendations on how we can improve that. Because again, at the end of the day, your online credibility lends itself to really trusting the process for a consumer. So we want to help build our loan officers' brand, their brand awareness, their online credibility. When you have that plus your namesake in the community, the work that you do, that all falls in line. But it does not come together if you aren't found. And that's what our DMAs are, full assessments on your business, your particular model, how we're going to help you separate yourself from the competition. That's the big win.
Gotcha. What are some of the tools that we use that we've developed that help with these DMAs? I know we have like a website grader. Is that part of the process?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a few different processes on how we can learn a little bit more just foundational what you have online. So yes, a website grader is one of them where you can submit your website. And a very baseline way to check things are, hey, such as Google Analytics, you know, and that is how many people are hitting my site. If they hit my site, where are they clicking, how long they're staying on the page for. We want to make sure those things are squared away, right? And what you find oftentimes is you may not know it, but your website's probably getting traffic. If you've been in the space for a little bit of time, you're probably getting views, but you may not be capturing that information.
And that's as simple as checking your Google Analytics?
Exactly.
Awesome.
And that's where we aimed, again, to help out and say, hey, let's get some funnels on this website. Or better yet, we have websites that are built and fully loaded with this lead capture implemented and strategically layered throughout it. Let's get you squared away with one of those things. So website graders, we do a lot in the way of review checking as well. It's one thing to have your website squared away, but you need to make sure your other social profiles matter in addition.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook and Google My Business and things of those nature. Very important. So we make sure those things are squared away as well.
So now I've seen, just doing research and being in this industry, I've seen some websites that are beautiful. And I mean, I know websites can cost money too, you know, like anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 bucks. Right. How does that work with us? So what do we say to those people?
So that's the interesting part in all this is general consensus is, man, that website is dynamic. It's unique. Right. That is fantastic. And what you find behind that is, like you said, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 price tag.
Right.
Now, if I had a nickel for all the individuals that came to me and said, hey, check out this website I paid X amount for. Right. And then my next question is, that looks great. Right. Tell me how many people come in the door from that.
There you go.
And the next step is, you know, I'm not quite sure, but it looks great.
Yeah.
And I go, the mentality we have here is your website can look great, but it's one of two things. It's either working for you or it hurts you.
Right.
Right. And so the way we want to have it is, let's have it look beautiful. Yes. But if it lacks that ability to capture that lead's information, it's sort of just money down a well. It's sort of just there in the ethos. Let's put it to work for you. Let's have that passively drive in some traffic and business for you. That's what we're going to do here with our websites.
Nice. Kind of like having a beautiful Porsche and then inside you got yourself a Saturn engine. Right?
Exactly.
It's pretty to look at, but it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Okay. Oh, cool. All right. So a couple other questions I had are, I wanted you to talk a little bit more about credibility, what it means, like what it means to be legit in this industry. What does that look like?
Yeah, it's huge. And I think the legitimacy can mean different things to different people.
Okay.
So you find some, and we here at leadPops, we work with everybody. You know, you might be in the industry for 25 years, you might be in it for 2 months.
Yeah.
We help everyone out here. And so what you find are some people, again, I mentioned a little bit earlier, belly to belly. I made a lot of relationships. I've been in the network in my area for a long, long, long time. And that's great. You know, so hey, if someone just, they know you, your past sphere, that maybe have been able to get you quite a bit of business over the last several decades, right? If you're either new in this industry or you're a little bit new to online lead generation, you may struggle. I may not, again, hey, you just got your license, I don't know you. Or if you've been in the industry for a long time, online leads is where everyone searches first. Even that referral, you thought, hey, you know, this person sent it over, my referral agent sent me this lead. They might call you, but after they look you up first. So your credibility really lends itself to, I have to be found. You know, your website's the core place you need to get these things taken care of. It's a hub that may link out to all my social profiles. Maybe from your website, I can see your Facebook page. I can see your LinkedIn page. I can see your experience. It is, I mentioned the Amazon, reference earlier. It's just, I'm going to look you up. I need to make sure I'm comfortable moving forward with you. And the old adage is people buy from who they like and who they can trust. So it's just, it's interesting when I hear sometimes individuals say, hey, you know what, I'm fine. I've been doing this for a long time. They know me out here. That's great. But if you plan to be in this industry for more, several years moving forward, you have to adjust. You know, you have to change. It's just the way it is. The industry's changing quite a bit. I think where we are a really good fit is that we're that stepping stone, because it can be nerve-wracking. I understand. Hey, if you did this one way for 10, 15, 20 years, now you're stepping in a whole brand new realm. It can be very, very scary.
Right. Yeah.
That's what we do here. So yes, we have the services to help, but we do have a full team of marketing advisors. And where their help is really, hey, I'm new to this. How do I get my website out there? You know, why, as you said, why is credibility so important? Who's really looking me up? Yeah. We help to connect the dots for you. So that's a beauty of leadPops, is that you never feel that, hey, I'm stepping into this, new world with a blindfold on. No, we're going to hold your hand through it. We'll get you there.
Yeah, the age demographic's always changing too, right? More people live online. I mean, your website, especially in this industry, is your digital place of business.
That's it. I always call it your digital welcome mat.
Okay.
When I go in, I first want to maybe enter that office, so to speak, or that house. I want to know more about you. Give me some insight. Let me see some pictures of your closings. Let me see a recent review that you did, hey, during these crazy times going on right now. Especially right now. You know, that is going to give me some solace and some peace of mind to go, oh man, Robbie, that guy's top notch. I got to work with him. Yeah. Nice.
All right. So we talked a little bit about the website credibility. What happens when you do research, or, millennials are doing research and they're finding businesses at the top? How do they contact them? What are the next steps to action? What are CTAs?
Yeah, so that's a big thing too, is people say, oh, well, I have my website. People only find me if I send them my direct domain, right? My own URL. Right. That's the furthest thing from the truth. You search for, hey, tacos in the area, hotels in the area. You find a few businesses that show up at the top. It's the exact same for the mortgage industry. If I type in lenders, we're here in San Diego, mortgage lenders in San Diego, I'm going to see 3 or 4 that show up at the top.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what's going to make me feel comfortable to move forward at that point is I see the reviews. I see that they have a little bit more on who they've worked with before. And then right in that, we call it a Google My Business page. There's a link to your website. So natural, I'd say, order is I search online. I find you. You look amazing online. I want to take it a step further and learn more about you. So I click on your website, and then the issue we have with a lot of people today, loan officers, is they have maybe a really good looking website or a website that gets right to the point, the application,
Right.
but it has a lack of, hey, you know what? I have never really spoken with you. I don't know if I'm going to move forward just yet. Where do I go? All I see is just for me to provide my information and contact you or move forward.
Yeah.
There's just something lacking there.
That's a big ask. Yeah.
It's just a little too much. So that's what a call to action is, giving me a purpose. We're always doing things with a purpose here. It's not just I want to get you to my website to get you there, or get found to get found. No, we want to get you to feel comfortable and trust that you want to communicate with me. That is what we're going to help out in doing.
Yeah. So then once, I guess, the customer is there, how are we keeping them on the site? What are some of the steps we have?
Yeah, that's big too. So again, think of it this way. If you saw an application, right, you're probably either, hey, if you're ready to move forward, you're going to do it. If you're not, you're gone, and there's nothing else to keep me on the page. So in particular with leadPops, what we do with our websites is we do layer in, again, we call it lead capture, our leadPops funnels. So if I'm on that homepage and I'm maybe not ready to apply, I can maybe see your social profiles. I can maybe see a funnel that says, oh, refinance rate checker. Wow, rates are the best they've been almost ever. Let me see maybe what I can qualify for here. And if I want to go ahead and peruse your site, we do things like mortgage calculators. We have pages that maybe will give a little more information on certain loan types. And the common error that we find in a lot of websites is there's great information out there. There's a slew of it. And what they'll do is they'll have wonderful information, and I'll take that. I'll say, wow, thank you so much for that, individual mortgage broker. And I go to Quicken to get my loan funded.
Right.
You never knew I hit your site, Robbie. So instead, where we go is, hey, here's this information, but as you're reading through it, I'm going to poke a little bit on the side here and say, hey, learn a little bit more. Click here on this funnel process. Maybe I get to the end of it. No, here's a call to action that says, hey, if you'd like to learn more about how you might be able to qualify, click here. It's always doing things with a purpose.
And all of that is keeping them in this site too, right?
That's it. It's all about keeping the views on the page. So the longer I can keep you on the page, the more likely I'm going to either apply or move forward with you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because you are building credibility and trust right there. Right?
Absolutely.
Very cool. Let's see. How our DMAs, we've talked a little bit about that. How do those uncover more opportunities in our markets? Like how do DMA, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say the DMA, it's more of that 5,000 feet up view, right? So when you're just a little bit too consumed, hey, maybe I didn't see if I type in my name in my area. Maybe I didn't even see if I come up on Google. I don't know. Hey, I get enough business. I could use more, but not sure how to get there. That's what we do. So we're almost, I kind of call it the mortgage marketing detectives. We're going to get in there. Yeah. We're going to learn all the nitty gritty. So, hey, how you show up, your reviews. And in this DMA process, you'll learn oftentimes, hey, maybe you didn't have this page claimed. There's things called listings and citations. That is where search engines and review sites will pull from to ensure information's consistent across the web. Now, if you worked for another brokerage 3 years ago and you changed, and maybe you didn't update that information on your LinkedIn page, for example, you'll get dinged. Google's going to hurt your search engine results. Yeah. So we go inside all of that. We say, okay, we have to get these things squared away so that you are best primed to get found, get more traffic, get more leads. We want all the leads going to you first. We don't want anyone dependent on or relying on another person or a partner. We want you to be found, get you branded well. Our DMA is really more of an uncovering of that, if you will.
Oh, cool. Okay. So when you say Google would ding you for that, meaning your information does have to match across the web altogether, correct?
100%.
It's kind of like a digital phone book. Yeah. You look up one place, where the place of business is. If you move, that would need to be updated for the next phone book. Right?
Like the yellow pages. You remember those? It's like
correct. I know we might be dating ourselves here, but I get it.
It's like your online yellow page. You know? So if you show me, one area shows you're in this area, and then you're with this company, and then another shows you, I'm gonna be so confused. I go, as a consumer, it's misleading. And then for Google, the number one search engine, their systems look for that and they go, hey, this information's inconsistent. I don't think I'm going to recommend and push them towards the top. So those things have to be identified. And the truth is there's over 300 of those sources, 300.
Wow.
So that's where we also step in and say, hey, we'll tackle this for you.
So we take care of that.
We'll get you all squared away.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How are people finding new business? I mean, we talked about, your online presence, credibility, reviews. Is there other ways? Are those really?
I think it's a big portion of it. I mean, referral partners are very big in this industry. Creating good relationships, in addition to things such as social media,
Okay.
and local credibility. I would say for referrals, and I'm glad you brought that question up too, Robbie, is that for referrals, oftentimes it's hard to kind of get out of that mindset.
Right.
Hey, I work with a lot of partners. They generate sometimes 50, 60, 70. I have some of our leadPops clients, 100% of their business is referral business.
Yeah.
Right. So the issue with that is loyalty is a little bit hard to come by. Some
sure.
people might jump and go elsewhere. So where I think we might be able to help in addition there is we have ability to use our funnel process, lead capture tools, co-branded. So not only is our focus really driving you leads as an individual loan officer, but in addition, you can provide some value back to your referral partners. And you can say, hey, aren't you tired of having that lead that hits your website and immediately you ask for their information, they go, Jane Doe, John Smith, 555. They just a lot of fake information. So I think where we also can help is we have some tools that can help to further cement some relationships in more of the referral network space by providing these tools that really help to capture accurate information where you effectively as a loan officer can now start to work these leads together with your referral partners. Now think of it this way.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
If I'm generating business for you as a referral partner, while you have 7, 8 other loan officers that just call you every week and ask if you have a lead,
right?
Who are you probably going to have a little more allegiance to?
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna go to me, who's giving you stuff.
Probably you, right?
Yeah, it's not all take.
That's it.
Yeah,
so how do I create a unique selling proposition in the landscape?
Okay.
That's our specialty here as well.
Nice. And you did mention social media. What are some ways to stand out there, like Facebook's ads, stuff like that?
Yeah. So my favorite there is, yes, of course you can post daily. I think being consistent, it's kind of funny. Being consistent is a very inconsistent thing in this industry. The bandwidth is, I don't have enough time. I don't know what to post. I don't know how to post.
Right.
So even a short video, or I mentioned a bit earlier, but closings with your people that you just helped out, to get a loan, that all goes a long way. But even something short, talking about, hey, a new loan program or addressing what's going on. Hey, I know it's maybe struggling during COVID times. Here's some suggestions. And not everything has to be sell.
Right.
It can really be just informational. And it's all about, as you see, the consistent here is building trust.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it becomes white noise if you're just pushing a sell every single time. But if you have like facts, if you have industry news, if you have.
It's huge. It's huge. And think about it this way. If I'm having my brother, my sister, my cousin, my friends, they're looking maybe down the road to either refinance or to buy. If you're providing not just selling opportunities, but facts about what's going on today or my local market.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to share you
all that. Yeah.
I'm going to share it with you. That's a big focus here is really branding yourself hyper local. Sure, you may be licensed in multiple states. That's great. But to be the hyper local person, go-to person, you can't beat it.
Yeah, because you're staying relevant too,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Are ads important? Is that a good way to?
Yeah, I would say they're definitely a portion of it.
Okay.
I think it's a big way that a little bit more independent of your past sphere or referral partners, you can start to drive in some traffic to you. I think it's a big aspect. Now, if you're not found though, think of it this way. You drive an ad and I see something that promotes you and then I go and search and I either don't find you on Google, I don't find you on your website, or your application only says, your website only says apply.
Right.
I'm probably out of here. You're not going to hear from me.
Right.
So it's more of a complete cohesiveness that you really need to make sure it all works together. So they are very important when done correctly and when done with the right complementary pieces.
Nice. Man, you're a wealth of information. That's it for me as far as questions. I don't know if you have any facts you want to drop or anything like that, or...
No, I just, you can tell here, I mentioned it earlier, we're the mortgage marketing basically detectives for you. We want to make sure we uncover as much as we can. And I say more than anything is we know your situation is very different from the person next to you or across the way or in this other city or state. So we really try to make the journey personal. We want to make sure we're hearing you out. This is not something that's, hey, I'm going to throw money at it. It's going to get fixed. We got to work with you. Make sure we know your goals, where you came from, where you want to get to, and how we can get you there. So, I'm just very proud of, the work that we do over here and just love working in the industry more than anything. There's nothing better than helping out, our clients. They're fantastic. So I'm just really excited, and again, thankful for the opportunity. Thanks for having me more than anything here, Robbie.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate you guys. You've been listening to Christian Steverson, VP of Sales here at leadPops. I'm Robbie Gallo. Your host behind the lens is David Andreotti, who you'll be seeing more of. And this is Taking Back Your Leads podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing and showing you some more. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Taking Back Your Leads podcast. If you like what you hear, subscribe where all major podcasts are available and by visiting leadpops.com.